Yo, you rocking with Culture Over Clout podcast.
Going to work every day exhausted.
Yeah.
It looks like showing up, waking up every morning tired. And you got enough rest.
Hey, y'all heard it over here, man. Culture Over Clout podcast. We out here, New Orleans, having a good time. It's
Mardi Gras 2023. Y'all with Culture Over Clout today. We up here in the city with everybody. Oh, the car is going kind of fast. I'm going to have to hop off in a minute.
We got to create a platform where we don't have one. We got to be a voice for each other, man. That's the only way to get it. If you're not doing that, then we ain't doing shit.
We doing a lot. You know what I mean? We're doing a lot. And if you like, not price match, but age match, you know.
Because, you know, I've been playing basketball my whole life and then got into it collegiately.
Tune in to Culture Over Clout.
Culture over clout. Everything is for the clout. Like, where is the culture at? Where are the real artists? Like A-Roll here. Like,
God.
come on now.
I started my lock journey just because I wanted to, be more Rasta.
Shout out to Culture Over Cloud. If you're not listening, I don't know what you're doing.
I think everybody's just looking for something to just go viral. And it's like, what's the message?
Do you see all of this culture out here?
Tune in to Culture Over Clout.
I feel like I'm about to get on. You gonna play the music? You don't know, man. You about to bring that animal out.
Hey, man, you know what the fuck going on.
Let's go.
Hey, man.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Tempo.
Yeah.
It's a go. Coach out.
Hey, man.
Tell me what y'all know. Come on, man. This man got the smoke going. Got the music. I'm finna go on stage, man. Let's go, man.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Culture Over Clout, man. We got a special guest in the building. Special fucking guest in the building, man. It's my pleasure, man, to introduce this guest, man. You know we keep them coming, man. We know we keep them interested, man. If you tuned in right now, you locked it, man, with the culture. So, why is the legend, man? So
First of all, before you say anything, you have made this. I'm a Southern guy from Savannah, Georgia.
okay.
You know, you're from Louisiana. You know, Texas. You know, we all in the South, but to have these Southern roots, man. The hospitality has been amazing, brother.
Oh man. No other
Thank
way,
you for
bro.
this.
Other way to be, man.
When you cut the smoke on, whoa, shit got bigger than big when you cut that smoke on. No cap.
Shit got bigger than big when we played your damn track. Hey, if you don't know, now you know. If you don't know, now you know, man. The track that you just heard, man, all him, man. Why is the legend, bro? I know it's hard.
Hey,
Ain't gonna be your last time hearing it. Man.
Bigger
I know
than
you
big.
plugged in.
yeah. Shout out to Explosive Reese, man. Savannah, Georgia producer, man.
For sure.
Definitely made that happen for sure.
So, man, without further ado, so like let's start here, man, cause why S the legend?
Mm-hmm.
Where did it come from? What's
So,
the origin story?
My first job when I was like 15, I worked at a skate shop called Elevated, and it was a locally owned skate shop in Savannah, Georgia. I just walked in, it was so dope, and I was like, y'all gotta hire me. But from then on, when I was in that job, I was the youngest person there. So they called me Young Steven. But I realized like every opportunity I had from then on, I was always the youngest in the room. Like, you know, even when it came to outside of my job, being with my pops, I always wanted to be with older cats. I was always the young one. So YS is Young Steven, the legend.
Young Steven, I like that, man. I like when stage names are cool, but they even cooler when it's just like natural. When it's when it's attached to your identity as the artist. You know what I'm saying?
Because how would you feel if you met me and my rap name was Prosperer? You heard that laugh, right?
Right.
You heard the laugh, right? Okay. That was my first name.
Hey, some people thought Lil Uzi Vert was a reach, but hey, he showed you motherfuckers.
No cap.
Hey, much respect, man. But you've been open through some of your music. The authenticity, man, is through and through. I mean, it's one thing to have freeform locks, like we're right. It's one thing to put yourself out there on stage and stand behind your craft, right? But also putting that time in your process. But that has to start from somewhere, some struggle, some story, right? That's the ethos. That's that thing that carries you. That like, hey, I've been here before. So the only way to go is up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I noticed that you've expressed and been open about your time, one of the probably the darkest times in your life when you got shot.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanna touch on that. I want to get on that because that probably jump started so much momentum of growth, even in times of disparity.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about that.
It's like you said, it was the lowest of the low. Like whatever I go through in life now, it's like, should I ain't get shot? You know, lose your job, go through whatever, you know, you have your hard times you go through, and it's just like, I'm not doing what I used to do that added up to me getting shot, is what I'm saying. Like, I'm not doing those same activities. I'm not with those same people. I'm not in that same, like, arena no more, so the results are going to be much different. You know, even if I get car wreck, whatever, a lot of stuff people go through on a daily basis, and they be like, oh, my God. But it's like, to me, like, man, thank you. Like, for whatever reason, it may have stopped something worse from happening, or, you know, that's how I kind of look at things. So just always having, like, it definitely changed my perspective with other things happening, because even after I got shot, it wasn't instantly like, oh, now I'm good. And, that, you know, I had to really keep going down that funnel a little bit. As far as when I got shot, it was like, okay, I'm going to change the people around me, right? And then after getting through that, I learned that, okay, now I'm the problem, you know, because I had to go through so many filters, like being around family, being around, okay, now I got good friends, good people around me, but why is nothing good happening to me? You know? Mm-hmm. So like, it helped me, it started a lot of change. It started a lot of like, bro, get right. Like, what are you doing? Right. Like, you know?
If you don't mind us asking, where did you get shot?
I got shot through my neck. So I got shot like it was like a centimeter or two away from my vertebrae. So I was almost paralyzed, you know?
Oh, that changed a lot.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah.
You had a near-death experience.
Yeah.
You probably looked at life totally different outside of that.
Yeah, because shit, I'm looking at other people. Like when I got in the ambulance, I'm looking at the lady like, am I going to die? Am I going to die? And they're like, I don't know. I don't see no bullet, because it went straight through. So they was like, I don't see no bullet. Like, I don't know. You know, they didn't know. So just hearing like somebody tell you, bro, you don't know if you're going to live or die. You feel me? And then hear from like the doctor when you get in there. Because I'm asking everybody I see. Like my dad was there before the ambulance got there to the hospital. So when I got him, I'm like, he like, Jabbar. And I'm like, Pops, am I going to die? Like, I'm asking him, like, you feel me?
The fact that you was talking to, like, bro.
I was up through the whole thing.
You anointed, bro. Like, that could only mean one thing, and depending on how you look at that, right?
Yeah.
That mean if that wasn't your time, you was here for a bigger purpose.
Facts. That's how it hit me too. Like I had partners that died over dumber stuff that at that time I felt like they had a bigger purpose. Like I had a young dude, Majay, he was like 2-3 years younger than me at the time. And when he passed away, it just messed me up because everybody knew Majay. Cool, you know, fun dude, you know, everybody loved him from grandmas to kids. And, you know, he got into like a fight with some people and one of his homeboys accidentally stabbed him, you know, and that was when we was in high school. And it was like, what if this kid gon', you know, and then for that to happen to me and I didn't go, it's like, what is going on? Like, I guess I do have another purpose of being here, and whatever I do, I really need to take serious because, you know, we come from, I know a lot of people that done got shot more than once or shot at more than once, you know? Right. So I'm like, I got to do a lot before that happens again.
Right.
That's how it felt for me.
Bro, you doing it.
Yeah.
You're doing it. You know, sometimes somebody else got to reassure me. I'll be like, I want to do this. I'm trying to do that. Like, they be like, nah, like, you doing it. It just may not be on a level yet of where you see it in your vision.
Facts.
But that's sometimes like where like the no sleep and like all of the lessons I learned, like, it's like, how could I make this, my vision so broad that you can't miss it?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So your music definitely speaks that, and we're going to get more into that too. You spoke on your upbringing or where you from. So you from Georgia?
Savannah, Georgia.
Let's
make that clear.
Savannah.
People hear Georgia, they think one city. You know?
Right.
Just like when you hear Texas, people think Houston, you know?
Right.
But y'all have other, bigger cities, but in Georgia, it's like, oh, Atlanta. Even when I tell people, like, yeah, bro, I tell them from Georgia, they be like, so how's in Atlanta? Like, what part of Atlanta you from?
Like all black people from Atlanta.
Yeah, like automatically, like, it's like, bro, it's other cities, bro.
Right.
Like,
I ain't gonna cap to you nothing. Like, what's in Savannah? Because I don't remember. I lived in Atlanta briefly during Katrina. I was young. I was like 8. But
Savannah. So your roots similar to mine, like Louisiana.
Okay.
When people have told me, I've never been there, but people tell me that like New Orleans gives them the same vibe. Savannah. We got fresh seafood. We got Geechee people.
Really?
Yeah. All the, like that's what I'm saying. Similar roots to like y'all have y'all own. You're very rooted to like your people, your ancestors, and it's the same way with us. Like all our Geechee people came out the boat from South Carolina, so we like right there. Like you know what I mean. So that's why you ever go to Savannah, you hear like real like Savannah people talk, bro. They had their own dialect, like they had their own. You know, you could tell like, oh, these boys from Savannah.
Yeah.
You know, when you walk to, what's up, big bro? You know what you got going on? You know, like it's his own dialect. You know the way they talk, the way how they move. So, but fresh seafood, good people, man. You know, got Tybee Island, which is like a beach area. But the Savannah, one of those cities, bro. When you go, just you driving around or just you walking around certain atmospheres, you just look and be like, wow, this is a truly beautiful city. Like even without the people, you see what I'm saying? It's amazing, bro. Like just the looks of it. You know, every time I see like my homeboys riding around the city, I be like, man, I miss home. I don't miss y'all. I'm just gonna be real. I don't miss everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Every aspect of it, but I miss the city like itself.
Yeah. I definitely feel like I think as far like growing up, being born and raised in a city like New Orleans, you're surrounded by a lot of culture. You're surrounded by a lot of family ancestry that's some people don't know they family ancestry, but like so a lot of stuff, a lot of culture that's been passed down. You got Indians, you got a brass band culture, you got 7 Ward, 9 Ward, all have its own traditions, you know, all built into one small like little crescent, little like we call it Crescent City, but little small circle, man. We got one interstate. You know what I'm saying? So
you ever notice like with you speaking on your hometown, right? You ever notice like with Louisiana movies, a lot of them like it's small minded. If you ever noticed that, like with I'm talking about even with movies, bro. Forget like what you've been through. Even with how movies from Louisiana are pushed, it's always something small minded. It's always like get out there. Somebody who's stuck in the city, you know, drug. It's the same way with Savannah, bro. It's the exact same way. Like,
and how they portray it in the media, like as far as commercials and movies and stuff, they'll shoot in areas that don't really outside of New Orleans, or if it is New Orleans, it's gonna be like the greater New Orleans area or like Uptown or something like that. But it's not really an accurate depiction of the culture because anybody who has been to New Orleans on not a tourist trip or something like that, you can't miss the deprived resources that these neighborhoods have. The mindset of the youth, they don't have nothing, bro. They don't have nothing, no outlet to they don't have access to any outlet outside of being on the street, bro, or like thinking that mentality.
And say like for instance, when I moved to Houston, right? Before I moved to Houston, I came in for 3 or 4 days, bro. And the reason why I moved to Houston, because when I came here, I had a show every day. In Savannah, we only got one showcase every month at the same building.
How you make that happen?
At the same, you see what I'm saying? The same show in the same building with the same venue, that one per month. So if I'm an artist and I want to express myself, just like if you're a basketball player and there's no gym, how can you do that? These boys want to rap, they want to make it in music, but they only have one outlet a month, meaning with the other 29 days of the month, I got to figure out what I'm going to do because I can't do nothing with music because it's not enough outlets for them. You see what I'm saying? So the same way, bro, like, it's boring. Like, and not to say, like, that's the aspect where when I go back home, I go there for 3 or 4 days and be like, time to go. Because, I mean, I've seen everybody. I've done it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I went to where I wanted to eat. I saw my family. I saw the shit I wanted to see. And now I'm starting to see the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the BS, you know, side of it. And I'm kind of ready to go back to, you know, it's like, I love this city. I love it. I love it. But I love it till death, but it won't be my death. You see what I'm saying? Because even me being there 4 days, I see from like coming to Houston to where this shit, like,
it's fast.
You know what I mean?
It's
and
fast.
If you don't catch it,
it ain't New York fast, but
it's a lot more going on.
Right. A lot more going on.
It's a lot more going on.
Especially in the entertainment industry.
Yeah. Just think about it. Think about this, bro. Even with And that's with anything. If I want to drink, if I want to express myself and drink and go out with my homeboys and have a good time, Houston, there's 30 spots within 2 miles. Versus if I go to Savannah, it's like that's the same spot with the same There's nothing going on there. Probably some people that I'm gonna get into it with because of baby mama or family or some other, you know what I mean? Versus in Houston, I could never see you, bro. If I was like, bro, I don't want to see you ever again, and we live in the same city, I could not see you. Even if I walk to the like, oh, that's bro, my fault. Oh, that's bro. Let me go to these other 5 spots that do the same thing because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Versus Savannah, it's like you forced to be, and that's what it goes right back to it, bro. And then we heavily rooted to our people, which are slaves.
Right.
That's their mentality. That's our mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you only in that, and then you don't have, and then when I come back home, it's like, you don't live here. You see what I'm saying?
Because
you only think about this. Your
mentality is above your surroundings, and I said something today to Deja. I said, man, sometimes I feel secluded, sometimes I feel lonely, not because like I'm going through some depression phase, or it may usually like a slight depression phase, but like I feel like sometimes I'm ahead of my time, but I don't see it because I'm pushing for for all of the time. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard sometimes for us, the results not match our work.
Right. Because we actually putting in that work. But the shit nobody see behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? So culture over clout, that's why I was like, look, I'm trying to show the lows just as much as the highs. And I haven't reached that point yet. Our viewers could tell you we haven't reached that point because they wanna see what's going on. I mean, everybody was waiting to see how this was gonna play out. And man, it's playing out so beautiful in front of our eyes, bro. Like the amount of talent that's been able to walk through this door and express themselves is so heartfelt, bro. Like, and we get to watch this back and be like, golly, look at what we doing, like for everybody, bro. This shit is not for us. This shit is not for me. I mean, it's not for me at all, bro. It's bigger than me. It's so big. It's like we talked about with Dion. So you have to, like, people like with your journey and our journey and everything that we put forth our energy to, we have to respect that. Like, hey, this is not about me. I may be the vessel doing this, but in this moment, I'm leaving behind something that's a legacy that can be that you can't take from. Like, this is what I put out to the world.